This video is made possible by our loyal Patreon supporters. Visit patreon.com/Psychetruth.
This class is part of my 30-day yoga series, but it's also really great to do on its own. Now, if you find that you really liked it, I hope you'll join me for the 30-day yoga series. Hi, it's Eliz. Welcome to day 4. So for today's class, we will break down the Vinyasa sequence. So when you go into a yoga class, most classes will move. It'll be a fluid practice. So all yoga, all pose yoga comes from Hatha. Hatha, you step in and step out of postures without linking them with a breath. But a Vinyasa sequence, Vinyasa literally means movement with breath. So you move, one movement, one inhalation, one movement, one exhalation, and there's a specific sequence that you do in between sides, and that's the Vinyasa sequence. So today we will break that down. So we'll start in a mountain pose. You can have your big toes touching and your heels slightly apart, or if it feels better in your hips, you can have your toes parallel to each other. So root down through the corners of your feet, pull your lower belly in, lift your sternum, shrug your shoulders up, roll them back, plug them down, and rotate your palms forward. So finding that string attached to the crown of your head, grow tall. And for a moment, just notice that kind of opposition energy of rooting, but growing. And then just notice your breath. And start to bring your tongue to the roof of your mouth with a slight constriction in the back of the throat. We'll turn on the Ujjayi breath. So as you inhale, drag the breath through the nose, through the back of the throat, pulling it down to the lungs, feeling your ribs expand. And as you exhale, actively press the air out through the back of the throat and out through your nose, feeling your abdomen contract. Taking a few moments to cultivate a rhythm with your breath that will guide you through this class. And if you'd like to set an intention for your practice, something positive that you can dedicate your work to, go ahead and do so now. And just take the next couple breaths to seal that intention. Inhaling deeply, exhaling all the air out. A few more times, just like that. And we'll start with some half Sun Salutations. So inhale, reach your arms up, palms touch, exhale, bring your hands through your heart center, and then soften the knees, fold forward. Inhale, come up halfway, fingertips to the ground, your shins or your thighs, a little bit more weight on the toes. Exhale, soften the knees to fold. Inhale, circle your arms out to the side, stand all the way up, palms touch, exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Again, inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hinge, fold forward. Make sure those knees are bent. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, soften and fold. Inhale, stand all the way up. Palms touch, looking at your thumbs. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll do that one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, stand all the way up. Palms touch, maybe slightly pressing your hips forward. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. And then your palms by your hips. So that's half of Sun Salutations, and now we'll do the second half. So as you're ready, you'll bend your knees, hinge from your hips, plant your palms, and you'll step one foot back, and then the other foot back, and right away, you'll drop your knees down, keeping your toes tucked under for a half plank. So make sure that you're not collapsing in your lower back or compressing in your shoulders, pressing the ground away, kind of tucking your tail. Find that diagonal line from the crown of the head to behind the knees. So this is your half plank. Core is engaged. You're working through the chest, upper back, core, nice straight spine. So from here, keep your gaze forward. You'll take an inhale, and as you exhale, pretend like you're flying through the air and you're gonna catch yourself. So just bend the elbows and press it back up. So it's essentially a tricep push-up. The good news is you don't press up in your Vinyasa sequence, you just catch yourself. So your elbows will bend back, and when you do that, really squeeze them to the ribs. Watch that you're not crunching your shoulders. Keep your chest broad. So press up. You're in half plank, tailbone tucked, heart is lifted, nice straight spine. Take an inhale. As you exhale, bend your elbows, catch them on your ribs, and then press it back up. We'll just do 2 more times. So inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. Press it back up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend, hold. Stay for an inhale. And then as you exhale, lower all the way onto your belly and release the tops of your feet. So it's important that when you do your cobra, your belly down back bend, you don't tuck your toes under. You want to press through the tops of the feet. And the reason why you do that is because you want to activate your thighs. And by pressing through the feet, your thigh muscles engage. So really press through the tops of your feet. Feel your kneecaps lift off the mat. So noodly legs, your thighs will be completely on the ground. With active thighs, by pressing through the tops of your feet, your kneecaps will lift, and that's what you want. So your thumbs will be a little bit closer to your ribs. Shoulder heads back, keep your neck long. And as you inhale, just lift your heart, but you're doing the movement from your lower back. Notice that I stay in the same position and I'm not pressing against my hands. So a lot of times I see students go here. In baby cobra, notice my shoulders. This is not great for your lower back. So you want to activate your legs and just lift from your lower back. However high your chest lifts, that's perfectly fine. So don't push to lift higher. So pressing through the tops of your feet, legs are engaged, elbows tuck in. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, keeping your neck long. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Let's do that 3 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. If you're not sure if you're pressing against your hands, inhale, lift, and then hover your palms. Exhale, lower down. Press back onto your knees and find your half plank, and we'll put those 2 poses together. So also in your half plank, just turn your thumbs up a little bit instead of sideways. This allows your chest to open a little bit more. So tucking the toes, find the half plank. Diagonal line from the crown of the head to behind the knees. Take an inhale, you're flying through the air. Exhale, catch yourself, squeeze the elbows in, and then lower all the way down. Pressing through the tops of your feet, your kneecaps are lifted, thumbs a little closer to the ribs. Inhale, little baby cobra. Exhale, lower down. Press back to half plank. We're gonna do this 2 more times. So tucking the toes, lengthening through the spine. Inhale, exhale, bend, and then all the way down. Press through the tops of your feet. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, lower. Press back to your half plank. So the breath is an exhale in your chaturanga and an inhale in your cobra. So tucking the toes. Take an inhale, exhale, bend all the way down, tops of your feet down. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, lower down. Now from here, tuck your toes under, press up to your knees, and continue back to your downward facing dog. So if your hamstrings start to talk to you, remember you need soft knees anyway to lift the tail. Don't worry about straightening your legs. Separate your feet if that feels better in the hips. Softening through the elbows, chest to thighs, lift the tail, and then let your heels be heavy. Just take 3 breaths in your down dog. If it feels good to pedal out through the heels to stretch your Achilles heel, do that. Maybe shaking your head. Just breathe. So on your next inhale, lift both heels, bend the knees, and look forward and start to tiptoe your feet all the way up to the top of the mat. Inhale, come up halfway. Remember your fingers are making contact with something. Exhale, soften the knees to fold. Inhale, circle your arms out to the side. Stand all the way up. Palms touch, look at the thumbs. Exhale, hands to heart. Palms by your hips. So we made it through our first Sun Salutations Series A. We'll move with the breath. So we'll do it slow and then a little bit faster. So inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hinge from your hips, fold forward. Inhale, come up halfway. sternum forward. Exhale, soften the knees. Plant your palms. 1 foot at a time goes back. And then drop your knees down. Heart lifts, straight spine. Inhale here. Exhale, bend to ribs. Continue all the way onto your belly. Tops of your feet press against the mat. Thumbs a little closer to your ribs. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, lower down. Tuck your toes under. Press back. Downward facing dog. Take 1 breath to do what serves you here. Inhale, lift the heels. Bend the knees, look forward. Take as many steps as you need to get to the top of the mat. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale, circle your arms up. Palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart. Palms by your hips. So now we'll move. 1 movement, 1 inhalation. 1 movement, 1 exhalation. That is what you're striving for. If you find that you need more time, take that time. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step your feet back. Drop your knees down. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga, so elbows stop at the ribs and then all the way down, tops of your feet on the mat. Inhale, lift your chest, little baby cobra. Exhale, lower down. Tuck your toes. Come onto your knees. Downward facing dog. 2 deep breaths. Soften your elbows, soften the knees as much as you need to, lift the tail. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees and look forward. Exhale, feet up in between your hands. Inhale, come up halfway, more weight on the toes. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand all the way up, palms touch. Exhale, bring your hands to your hearts and your palms by your hips. So a lot of times we want to do yoga and we're, let's say, traveling and we're at a hotel and we don't know what to do. Do this sequence, do your Sun Salutations. So taking a little break from that, we'll do my favorite pose, chair pose. So big toes touching, heels slightly apart or feet parallel to each other. Bend the knees, send the weight back into the heels, all 10 toes lift and you can see them, arms overhead. Hollow out your belly, keep your shoulders broad. Remember, you can always reach your fingers forward or take the arms completely out. We will be here for 3 deep breaths. Let your thighs sizzle. That just means you're getting stronger. 1 more full inhale. As you exhale, stand all the way up and release your arms. So open your feet as wide as the mat. You'll keep your right foot where it is. Hands on waist. Step your left foot back. So turning the toes out. Right hip pulls back. Left hip rotates forward. Broad collarbones for your warrior 1. Squeezing the energy towards that midline, really rooting through the outer edge of your back foot. Take 1 more inhale. Can you grow a little bit more through the sides of your waist? As you exhale, bring your hands onto your waist, heel toe your right foot to center, and step your left foot a little further back. Now you're setting up your warrior 2. Back arch to front heel alignment or heel to heel alignment. Press the right knee open, right arm forward, left arm back, shoulders down. So let the work be in the legs. Your legs are really active. Again, moving that energy towards the middle, and your arms are kind of floating in space. Glance straight down your fingertips. Nice things to yourself, about yourself is what you're saying. 1 more inhale. Exhale, bring your hands onto your waist with soft knees. You'll spring up, take as many steps as you need to get to the top of the mat. Other side. Open your feet out wide. Left foot stays where it is. Right foot back. Remember, you're rotating those toes out. Left hip back. Right hip forward. Nice straight spine. Headlights shining straight ahead from the hips. And then float the arms with broad collarbones. Root through the outer edge of your back foot. Feel the stretch in your hip flexor. Find your focal point. 2 more breaths. Inhale to grow through the sides of your waist. Exhale, hands on hips, heel toe that left foot in the center. Step the right foot further back. Find your tightrope. So pressing through the outer edge of your back foot, sit low in your left thigh and press that knee open. Left arm forward, right arm back. So this is a very hip opening posture. So if you feel like your hips are starting to scream and you can't help but collapse in your lower back, shorten your stance a little bit, but keep opening up through the hips. 2 more breaths. Try not to monkey grip the toes, squeeze the heels toward each other instead. Good, hands on the waist. However many hops it takes you to step to the top of the mat, step up. Good, really nice job. So you'll keep your right foot forward. You'll step your left foot way back. So shimmy that foot as far back as it'll go. Drop the knee. Remember, you can always double up on your mat if you need that extra cushion, or if you have a blanket, grab it. And then this time you release the toes. So instead of tucking them, you'll bring the top of your foot on the mat and then bring your hands on your right thigh. So little adjustment so that your hips are still square, growing through the sides of your waist. Sit a little deeper and lean back. So bring your hands together right at the sternum. So this is already a balance challenge. If this is enough for you, feel free to stay here. If you want a little twist through the middle of your belly, the middle of your back, you'll bring your left elbow to the outside of your right thigh and then actively pull your ribs away. Good. So pressing your palms firmly together, keeping your chest nice and broad. 2 more breaths. This is really good for your digestion. Creating length through those left ribs. As you're ready, release your hands. With tucking your left toes, lifting the left knee in with that little spring, just step up and we'll switch. So left foot forward, right foot back. Shimmy that foot as far back as it'll go. Drop the knee. Top of your foot this time on the mat. Both hands on your left thigh. Make sure your hips are square. You're not collapsing. You're growing through the sides of your waist, sitting a little deeper. Stop number 1. Hands stay on your chest. And if you want that twist, right elbow will hook to the outside of your thigh, and then you'll actively pull yourself away and broaden through the collarbones to get that twist. The more you pull your belly in, the more you wring yourself out. 2 more breaths. As you're ready, glance down, release the hands, and this time your left knee will meet the right knee in a tabletop. So hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Let's take 3 cat-cows. Inhale, drop your belly. Exhale, round. Tuck your chin. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, hold the tabletop. Left hand stays grounded. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Open your chest as you exhale. Thread your right arm all the way through until the back of your right shoulder and your ear are completely grounded. A block, a blanket, a towel. If the head does not come to the ground with ease, you can prop it up. Left hand presses against the ground just to lean back a little bit. And just very softly let the left arm reach forward. Take 2 more breaths. So just another twist to lengthen through that right side. We spend a lot of time seated compressing the sides of our waist, so this is an opportunity to recreate that length. Left hand under your left shoulder, press into it, reach your right arm up, open your chest, and then right palm down, and we'll switch sides. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, thread it all the way through, left shoulder and ear touch down, so leaning to the left side a bit. Head is heavy, and then softly walking your fingers forward. 2 more breaths. Right palm under the right shoulder, press into it. Sweep your left arm up, and then left palm down. So you'll just bump your hips to one side, swing your legs around, and we'll slowly roll onto our backs for Shavasana. If you find that it feels better on your lower back to keep your knees bent, stay in this position with your palms up. If it's available to you, extend your legs long, but let your heels be far apart. Close your eyes. Move the jaw around and let your tongue fall to the bottom of your mouth. Let all your muscles soften. Let everything go. And as you lay resting in your meditative state, know that you are loved, that you already have everything you need. And this relaxed, peaceful person that you are at this moment is your true self. It's always in you. You can always find your way back to this space. If you need more time resting, stay as you are. If you're ready to get going, start by deepening your breath. Gently moving your toes and your fingers, rocking your head from side to side. Keeping your eyes closed for as long as you can, roll onto one side with your knees into your chest. And then pressing against your top hand, you'll come onto your seat. Hands together at the heart. Thank you so much for taking this time for yourself, for allowing me to guide you through your practice today. Until next time, namaste. So your tip of the day is set an intention at the beginning of every day. So how you wake up makes a difference in how you go about your day. And when you give yourself time to set an intention, it changes the chemistry in your brain. And then you have something to come back to when you start to get anxious or get grumpy, or when things feel a little bit overwhelming, you have something to focus on. So an intention can be, I want to be gentle with myself today. I want to smile at strangers when I make eye contact. I want to drink more water. I want to take care of myself. Anything at all. I want to read more. Anything at all that will move you forward, will kind of soothe you and give you positive energy. So when you wake up, before you put your feet on the ground, set an intention for that day. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Until then.
Many of our subscribers don't see our videos. Make sure that you click the notification bell. And if you haven't already, follow us on social media for tips, tutorials, giveaways, and daily inspiration.
If you enjoyed this class, I hope you'll join me for my 30-day yoga series, where we start you off by building your foundation, building your postures, going through tricky transitions, getting your core active. I am so excited to start this journey with you. You inspired me to create this 30-day series. It's completely yours to use however you see fit.
Join us for 14 and 30-day programs, hour-long classes, and much more on our yoga app, Yoga Plus by Psychetruth. It's free to download and features a variety of wellness content, including yoga, fitness, Pilates, guided meditations, and interviews with dozens of wellness experts. Start your 14-day free trial today by clicking the link below.